The recent unveiling of Russian icons depicting a black Jesus has sparked widespread awe and fascination among people worldwide. However, what some may find surprising is that the presence of black figures in religious texts and art has been a topic of discussion for years. Throughout history, subtle hints and interpretations have suggested the existence of these representations.
And he dragged and lifted and hauled that cross. And don't you black people ever forget one thing. The man that helped Jesus carry that cross was a black man. And don't ever forget another thing. Jesus belongs to Africa.
All right, question for our audience. What color was Jesus? What color?
Black.
Black?
Yeah, just say.
What color was he?
Caucasian. Caucasian. Black.
Jesus was a human. If you're a Christian, you believe that he was the second son of the Blessed Trinity. He was the Son of God. He was divine, but he was expressed in his 33 years on earth as a human being. And now coming forward are not a few very, very active people to say that the presentation of a white Jesus down through history before people of color has served to characterize the Caucasian as superior, as the best, as better than others. And more than that, has perpetuated a lie on the people of color and continued their enslavement.
That's right.
In light of this, many are left questioning the timing of President Putin's decision to release these Russian icon paintings now. It's not uncommon for world leaders to use historical artifacts, events, or symbols to make political statements.
Mi ha detto che si chiama la Madonna dell'umiltà. E mi permetta di dire una cosa, ho pensato a lei, tanto umile durante il suo pontificato.
Grazie, che dono.
Ci ha dato tanto esempio di umiltà, davvero,
Grazie,
di tenerezza.
Non dimentichiamo. Grazie.
In the past, these types of revelations were harder to find. Throughout history, many narratives have been shaped by those in power, often at the expense of marginalized communities. The representation of religious figures, such as Jesus, as white has deep historical roots, often reflecting the Eurocentric biases prevalent in the societies where these narratives were shaped. The focus on a white Jesus, for example, has been used to justify and reinforce systems of power and oppression. The revelation of black Jesus and black people in the Bible underscores the importance of diverse perspectives in historical and religious narratives. It prompts us to question whose stories have been prioritized and whose have been relegated to the margins.
Welcome back. A minor theft might have turned into a major religious discovery. A missing artifact was found in the closet of a Tennessee motorhome. Volunteer TV's John Trainer talked with the owner of a rare painting who didn't know what he had. John?
Yeah, Alan, it makes you wonder what you might have in your house. In this case, it was an authentic 19th century painting of the Veil of Veronica. It's like a story ripped from a Hollywood screenplay. A small road in the mountains of Tennessee, a living room in a motorhome, and a 150-year-old painting blessed by Pope Leo XIII. This is the true face of Jesus Christ, one of a handful of paintings based on the cloth used to wipe Jesus' face before his crucifixion, known as the Veil of Veronica. Its owner, a 73-year-old man who didn't want to be identified and had no idea what he had.
I've lived here for about 17 years, It's been in there, either in there or in my bedroom, ever since.
So how does a holy relic go from the holy city to Monroe County? Well, the man known as Frosty tells us he got it as a present and hung it on his wall 20 years ago, but 3 years later, it found a home in this cloth bank bag and was thrown in his closet.
This is The Russian Icons by Vladimir Ivanov. This book is highly coveted by different people because it has the black icons. It has the history of black people in places like Russia and Italy, in places all over Europe. This book cost between $1,500 to $5,000. This book has a lot of interesting depictions in it, a lot of them pertaining to the Bible. Here, this is the Transfiguration of Christ, and you see it's black people. This is knowledge that escapes most black people in America. It's definitely something that black people would never see or never hear about in the educational system. This is the crucifixion of Christ. There are angels, people surrounding him are black. It is very interesting because the images that we see are contrary to what people believe their whole lives, or what people have been taught their whole lives. I'm pretty sure there are plenty of people of all nationalities that don't know the extent that black people covered the earth, and in many cases, like what you see here, were in rulership positions. For centuries, the predominant representations of Jesus and biblical figures have been shaped by dominant cultural and political forces. This has often resulted in the erasure of diverse cultural, ethnic, and racial identities within these narratives. As these hidden perspectives come to light, it raises awareness about the complexity and diversity of human experiences throughout history. In questioning the traditional depictions of religious figures, particularly Jesus, we are led to consider what other aspects of history might have been marginalized or obscured. This includes the stories and experiences of black and other marginalized communities whose voices have been underrepresented in historical records. These last few years have proven to be some interesting, unique periods of time to be living in. It seems that in recent years, there has been a growing trend of uncovering and acknowledging historical truths that were previously overlooked or dismissed. This trend is not limited to religious depictions, but extends to various facets of history, culture, and society. One potential reason for this could be attributed to the advancements in technology and communication. With the rise of the internet and social media, information is more accessible than ever before. People can easily access historical records, scholarly interpretations, and diverse perspectives that were once confined to academic circles or specific communities. Furthermore, the global social and political climate may also play a role in the timing of these revelations. Issues of racial equality, diversity, and representation are at the forefront of public discourse, prompting a re-evaluation of traditional narratives. As societies become more inclusive and diverse, there is a growing demand for representation that reflects the richness of human experiences. With the increasing visibility of discussions around Black Jesus and Black people in the Bible, this prompts a natural curiosity about what else might be hidden in historical and religious narratives. Hope you find the information in this video informative. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, and comment. Thanks for watching.